Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm here with a very interesting video. One of her fellow Facebook friend, Louise, she kind of had an interesting idea about doing an ethnicity tag. So I have the bunch of questions on my phone over here. So let's go through them real quickly. A quick background is originally my roots are Indian, and I'm from the eastern part of India, which is Bengal. So I'm a Bengali by birth. However, I've been in Canada for the last 13 years, so I've been here since I was 17 years old. So it's been a very, very long time. So my answers will be a mix of both. So let's get on with it. So say the words first: tube, tomato, butter, shoes, status, potato, sour, stupid, garage, advert, coffee, theater, Glasgow, toilet, route, leisure, syrup, mayonnaise, Alabama, New Orleans, probably. Now here comes the questions. The first question: where are you from? So I already answered that. Originally my roots are from Bengal, India, but I've been in Canada for the last 13 years, so that's that. And my undergrad was in Ontario, and right now I'm in Alberta, Calgary. What food represents your country? So if you're talking about India, India is a huge country, and every part of India has its own cuisine, own language, diversity. Where I come from, our staple food is fish and rice. Now coming back to Canada, poutine represents a large part of Canadian culture, and also maple syrup. Do you know any other languages? Yes, I know 5 languages, but they are all Indian languages. So it would be Bengali, my mother tongue; Hindi, our national language in India; and obviously English. It was my first language in school, since I was in a British school. And then I also know Gujarati, because my husband's from the western part of India and they are Gujaratis, so I understand that. And I understand a little bit of Odia because my mother was born and brought up in Orissa, which is another state, so I know these 5 languages. Now the next question is, what piece of clothing represents your country? So once again, if you're talking about India, where I come from, sari, the 5-yard long cloth, represents a large, vast portion of our ethnicity. And in Canada, I would say jackets for the most part, especially in Alberta. We wear a lot of jackets. We wear jackets 9 months. Okay, the next question is, what song represents your country? So for India, as you know, Bollywood is a big part of the Indian film industry. So that is Bollywood, Indian film industry, and we have a lot of Bollywood songs there. Other than that, we have the national anthem in India, which is Jana Gana Mana, which is a very popular national anthem. For Canada, I would say "Oh Canada" represents our national anthem in Canada, and we have Drake and other Justin Bieber and other Canadian artists who represent various other songs. Do you have a favorite place in your country? So in India, my favorite place would definitely be where I was born, which is Calcutta. I just have a lot of nostalgia there. The cuisine, the friends, and it's just mainly nostalgia. In Canada, my favorite place, one of my favorite places would be anywhere in the Rocky Mountains, basically Jasper, Whistler. These are 2 of my favorite places in Alberta, sorry, and British Columbia respectively. And I love Calgary as well, because this is where we started our like our careers and everything else. And I also love Niagara Falls a lot. I did my 8 months co-op in Niagara Falls, and I was lucky to get the summer winter for Niagara Falls, and it's just amazing. Name 3 things you love about your country. So the 3 things that I love about my country, India, is diversity. We have too many cultures, too many kinds of people, but there's a fun in that. The diversity in people, and I also love the diversity in the geographical conditions. So if you see north, east, west, and south, they are all very different. I love the cuisine. We have different cuisines in India, so once again, jumping into the diversity. And the third thing would be the festivals. We in India believe in festivals almost in every single month. We have one festival going on, and it's just amazing. We celebrate. It's like we celebrate Christmas throughout the year, kind of a thing. And in Canada, I would say I love how patient, how calm people are over here. People really listen to you. I love it when people just always have a smile on their face over here, be it the morning, be it the harsh winter. There's always a smile on the faces of my fellow Canadians here. And I love ice hockey here, so there's that. So, name three things you hate about your country. So with diversity, talking to India about India first, with diversity comes a lot of cultural differences. So I do not like the discrimination that is there between the various cultural, various people from various different cultures. So that is something I do not like. From where I come from, and most part of India, it's a tropical country. I do not enjoy the weather there at all for 9 months of the year, you can say. And the other thing I would hate is sometimes people are very intolerant over there and very excited over little things, which can be a good thing and a bad thing. You just, we say sometimes, we have the memory of a fishbowl. We get excited and then we hype over something and then we just forget about it. So that's something, being patient is something it might be lacking in a lot of people, but that's not major part of India. It's just some of the people I may have interacted with. And for Canada, I would say the harsh cold winters where I stay, I do not like that. I mean, I enjoy it better than summer, yes, but do I enjoy minus 35, minus 40? No, I don't. So that's something I do not enjoy. I am sometimes I'm a little agitated about the various consumer laws we have. I know there's a lot of things in the US that we are unable to get over here, and like for example, buying a car or something, they have US programs, but for Canada we do not have those kind of things. So we are constantly kind of penalized for being in a country with a much lesser population. And the third thing I do not like would be sometimes I feel a little frustrated about, yes, we are very patient and we are extremely kind-hearted, but we are also sometimes too laid back. So sometimes the laid back nature gets the best of you. That's something I do not like about this. Okay, what is the weather known as your country? So like I said, in India, it's vast majority of the country is tropical, and that's why most of the part is hot. And hot, I mean like very hot, like plus 40 humidity, 98 to 99%. And in Canada, it's the cold, harsh winters. It's very cold and very dry, at least where I live in Calgary. What word do you use to describe something great, pretty, bad, gross, or dirty? So great is bada. So great would be big, I would say. Pretty is going to be sundar, but that's more like beautiful. Bad, ganda. Gross, ganda. Dirty is ganda again. It's a little hard with some of the words in Hindi. Let me try in Bengali, my mother tongue. So great is going to be boro, means big. There's nothing like great. Boro is basically great. Pretty going to be mishti, like somebody is very sweet and pretty kind of thing. Bad, baje. Gross, baje, nongra, and dirty is nongra. So nongra is dirty. And in Canada, we would say great as great. Pretty would be pretty. Bad would be bad. Gross would be gross, and dirty would be dirty. What do you call juice? In India, we call juice ras, or in mother tongue rosh, which means juice. So mango juice would be ame rosh, mango is am, and so on and so forth. In Canada, we call juice as juice. However, we called cold drink as pop, which we don't in India. Next question. What do you call the thing you change the TV channel with? So remote control. So in India we call it the remote, and in Canada we call it the remote as well. think I missed one question. I'll get back to that right now. So what drink is your country known for? So India is very known for its tea, chai. We have a variety of teas, and East India Company, that is how British came to India with, I mean, that's what they had in their mind when they first came to India for the tea trade. So tea is very well known in India. And in Canada, I would say our most famous drink is coffee, and that's going to be the Tim Hortons coffee, which is like Starbucks of US. And the last question, what do you call your grandparents? So in India, in my mother tongue, I call my grandparents, my maternal grandparents are Dida, granny, grandmom, and Dadu, granddad. My paternal grandmom is Takuma, and paternal granddad is Takuda. In Canada, we call our grandparents grandmom, granddad, but however, I still go back to my roots and call them by their by how I address them in my mother tongue. I think these are the only questions that I have. So yeah, these are the only questions that I have. If you liked and enjoyed this video, please give a thumbs up. I will link Louisa's channel down in the bottom bar as well. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.